Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Turn Right Machine Works. My name is Keith, and we're here with a new project. This is kind of a rush project. It's not a real hard project. It is a little bit, it's heavier than I can lift in there myself, so I got it on the chain fall here now. I've already cleaned up the threads that were over here. They had a little bit of grease and stuff and a little bit of grit, and I just didn't want that over the ways of the lathe. I like to have clean work in here as well. This is a tapered thread here, and also on this end here, this is like a coupling for a well drill unit. It has a port in here that comes down through here, and I believe it has two seals that go here while this is rotating, and that forces the water, and we have leaking issues here and here. And my job is to go ahead and do a machining process where we turn this down to a diameter, and then we put in two snap ring grooves to hold, and we're going to hold two wear rings on here for new sealing surfaces, and then these can be replaced at the proper timing. All right, now there's a bearing that rides here. There's a snap ring that holds that in here. We're going to use this to dial in this end here, and we're going to run our bell center in here. This looks good. Doesn't look damaged, and we're going to verify it by the little edge right here, because this is junk here. There's weld and everything else on here. This has already been skim cut. This has been over to another shop and started machining it, and when he got to this hole here, all of a sudden he had a problem with an interrupted cut. All right, so we're going to try to get this job done on here. So we're getting it into the lathe here. So I'll bring you in. We got those jaws kind of roughed in there as a dimension about, we know it's like 4 1/4. I think I set my jaws at like 4 1/2 here real quick. All right, and we want to try to keep this center choked up as tight as we can, and minimum amount of hang out. We're not going to have to machine up close to it, so we don't have to worry about our room in our lathe here. All right, we can get our hoist out of the way here. Okay, this indicator here is a little brighter. Get this somewhat in position here. All right. We're just going ahead and bringing these all kind of down to where we're touching. All right, we're within 105 thousandths. That's only like 55 aside. All right, let me. I'm gonna bring, or at least double check and make sure that we can watch this indicator. Okay, I think we got you to where we can zoom in here. Let's zoom on into this indicator here. Okay, and that's about 100, 105 or something like that. All right, let's go ahead and grab our wrench. All right, now we're going to be cranking in on the high, and we're going to be releasing on the lows. Okay, now we want to go around because we want to make sure that we got tension on each one of these, and we didn't want to just falsely have it sitting there. It was running true, but see, we bring down tension, you got another 1.5 or so. All right, so now we're going to give it enough tension to compensate and hold it true. Crank. Okay, just double checking again. All right, I like that. All right, let's check this other end here now. Okay, we're getting about 4 thousandths run out there, but I'm tightening up my center here. All right, and tighten up the quill. All right, that surface is running within one little spot there where it jumps. It's running right on the money. All right, double check the front here just to make sure. Okay, and we're still on our mark right there. One little tweak there we'll make. Okay, we're ready to rock and roll. All right, let's see what it looks like running. Okay, we don't need no feed on here yet. Now we already know that this wald's right here. We tried to slip one of those sleeves up here, and that sleeve, there's going to be quite a bit of material coming off of this, but the sleeve doesn't quite make it over this weld bead right here. So we're going to be knocking down some of that, I'm sure, to get in there and test that diameter. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and set up, and we're going to start looking at our dimensions here, and we're going to figure out how far we actually got to come down here. And we're going to set up 2 stops. My travel dial is getting old, so once we get this figured out, I'm going to put a second dial indicator down here on my carriage just so that I have a secondary backup for that stop right here. And then we're going to take that diameter down to size. Okay, I think we're all set. We're going to double check it one more time. We come in here to this shoulder, and it's 10 and 45 64ths, which is 10/705. And we come down here to this indicator and we roll it to 0. We check our travel dial indicator and we're 705 right there. We can go ahead and touch it off. We got a little angle difference here. We're going to do that again. I want to set just a little tiny bit of an angle that way. Okay, we set 0 there. Okay, and there's 5, 6, 705. Reset this indicator here at our 0. Right there. Okay, we like that. All right, let's go ahead, touch off. We got to take this diameter down to 750.6, 751.3. They give us about 1,000 to play with there. Okay, I'm gonna set another indicator up here for my dashboard. Just like to have a secondary indicator up here. Doesn't hurt. I got my dial at 0. There is no readout on this lathe. All right, let's go ahead and let's give it 25 thousandths. We got an interrupt. We got a hole right here. This hole right here is what, 2.5 inch diameter. Okay, so no matter what, this is where the guy started failing right here, and that cut looked like he was taking about, oh, I don't know, 10 thousandths or so. That's what it feels like at that point. Okay. Let's give this a run. We're going to put a little oil up on here. Okay, that's some stout material. Alright, we'll get our fan on here. We're going to get to a groove here, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stop it right here, just so I can go ahead and pull some of these chips off of here. We may have to increase it somehow to get that chip to break. When we get hard chips like this, I don't like stringy chips like that. These are the ones that reach out and grab you. Advance it to the next side of that groove there. Here we go. Getting a little bit of red glow there. Okay, we're going to check our insert here. Yeah, she did in that insert. Okay, we're going to change up some tooling here, and we're probably going to slow her down even more than she is right now. Okay, we just put in a Kennametal bit here, and larger radius. We stepped up our feed to 20 thousandths from 15. We're just hitting that interrupted cut right now. But at least we're getting a white chip turning gold, and then out here getting the color. All right, I had to lower the speed down. We're doing it. This finish don't look bad. We'll see how it comes when we get over to the other side of the hole. I'm all right. Hey, not too bad. Got a little dent there on our camera. Everything still seems to be functioning. We're going to continue on with the video. The riser mount that used to hold the Sennheiser, we got a little scratch on the housing there. Everything seems to be working perfectly fine. We got some grooves in it there. All right. Everything seems to be working. All right. You know, see, I can see my voice in there. All right, so we're getting in position. We got to continue on with this job. Well, I'll tell you what, I changed over to the Continental just because I wanted the broader tip and point on here. It still looks like it's holding up. We're going to push it as far as we can. All right, now I can't remember which diameter here was larger. We're gonna grab our micrometer here. We'll check that out. This is an oldie steer from my collection here. Okay, we got 403. Okay, we better touch off of here because that's larger than that diameter there. Okay, and we're only gonna, that was the 25 thousandths cut that we were trying to take, and I think we're gonna stick with that. Nothing there, nothing there. Okay, we're starting right there. All right, let's let her fly right there. Can't wait to get through all those wear areas because those are really work hardened surfaces. Okay, we may be indexing that. We got to pull that out so we can actually look at the end of it in the light. Well, we took it outside and held it up to the light, and she's toast. All right, so there's our very first edge. We made two partial. The reason why I say partial is because we're just starting to get the height leveled out here. Go ahead and pull that out a little bit. Hey, almost a whistle, huh? We'll have to save that for some kind of noise thing, huh? Okay, we're gonna flip this over. That's still a pretty good groove right there in that part. Okay, we're actually getting down. We're getting down to, I think, the last 100,000s or so. We need to go down to 4,750, and we're at like 4,870 or so. Look at that! Look at that finish. Okay, that's an interrupted cut. We're coming out pretty good with that. All right, we're ready to take another 25,000s. I got the air flowing on it right now to hold the smoke at bay. It is a stringy chip, but it does fetch up and then it cracks and breaks. I haven't had it catch up and spin around in, probably 4 or 5 cuts, so it's doing pretty good. But when it does snake into some oil, they are hot chips. And they're stout, they're firm chips. They're the kind that you want to stay away from. Handle them with pliers or a chip hook, and don't pull real fast. We're actually getting down pretty close to this diameter here. Now I didn't try to put a mic on that. It's kind of chewy, and I didn't really think there was a pretty good place to put any micrometers in there. We might look a little harder. Give it a rag wipe and see what we got. Our little Pete's came in today, so we had to take a break and go down to the post office and pick those up, and we got them in their new brood and gave them some food and stuff. Now we're just giving them some space and some time, and they should be doing pretty good in there. We'll check on them a little bit later. We came all the way out here past that weld area where somebody has welded the female onto this male. You know, I just wanted to make sure that we were making clearance out there. Like I said, it was going to be an interference. There was a noogie right there. Okay, we're just starting to touch there. We had like 60 to go, or 68 to go, and I went ahead and I just took 10 per side, or 20,000 is what I took. Be 40 because we have 58. We got 40. All right, we'll let that run across. All right, we just picked them up at the post office. We're gonna head home and show them the new house. So what I'm gonna do is I'm taking a tick at a time, and then I give them a little bit of water, a little bit of food.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he fell over backwards. Oh, he fell backwards. They're trying to chew it. Oh, he went and got a drink himself.
Yep, but it just takes him a little while.
He learned quick.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Okay, this is looking in on the security camera on my main screen here in the computer room. You can see how kind of peaceful they are. And we're gonna go down and we're gonna take a close look at them. Okay, I got the color adjusted so that we get rid of the red as much as we can. And I'm going to change the door here so that I can come in here and see them. Okay, these guys have all been in here for about 3 hours or so. We got a couple sleepyheads right here. You guys all eating? Huh? You're fatty, huh? How you doing? Okay, let's move. We're gonna move the food. We're gonna move the food over here. There we go. What are you doing, huh? You got a puffy chest, puffy, huh? This one's trying to stay warm, huh? Well, they're all doing pretty good, I think. And then I'll go freshen up that first water I gave them. They got plenty of the food here. And they're plenty warm. This is nice and warm right here. We have the heater blowing in from here. And we have a heat lamp. That's pretty good. There's no cool down overnight. And we got 772 and a half and 772 and just a little bit under a half. We're a couple tenths from one side to the other, but it looks like we're cutting true enough to fall within tolerances from end to end with the amount of difference we have. Now, with that dimension there, we're basically got we basically got 22 thousandths come off of here. That's skipping on that well bead. Well bead's probably 7018 material. It didn't look like a bad well bead. It was just sticking up above the surfaces. There's other noogies around in here that are higher than that surface already too. That's what it's clicking on now. All right, now we're hitting the true material that we've been cutting. That's still leaving us a pretty good finish. Okay, this is my my last pass here. And you can see it's actually picking up before we get there. That's where it was skipping on the last pass. It was touching pretty good all the way around, but it wasn't 100% all the way around the surfaces. It was like 5.5 thousandths. I was about 11 thousandths over the middle of the road on the dimension there. We're just shooting for it. It's been cutting so consistent. We come across here, we get a good diameter. We just got to clean the shoulder up to length, and then we'll change over and we'll put in our parting tool, which will give us the snap ring grooves are 1/8 of an inch on the width, so our parting tool is going to be ideal for this. Oh, there we go, winding up the chips. That's kind of what you don't want on the last run. Those are kind of floating on there. You grab them with a chip hook. There was a big batch of chips that were down in the hole. It kind of sucked them right out of there. Okay, we'll let this cut across and we'll find out what we're at the end of this cut. Well, we just wiped this down and we're falling right, and we're falling on the low side. We're right at that low side of the dimension that we're supposed to be. All right, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to get the length of this shoulder and then get the 2 snap rings. But I couldn't ask for a better surface finish. Okay, I just traveled over here and we retouched our surface here. We came over here. Our dial on our ways is exactly in the same spot. We have 30 thousandths to go on this face right here. And we'll go ahead and get her spinning here. Bring you in. Now I'm just going to take 10 aside and then just come into our diameter. You could really hear that outside surface was harder than what we got down into the underneath material here. Second cut. We're going to see if a little oil doesn't help. We're just feeding it by hand, by the way. And we're coming in close, 5 more thousandths, okay, and right there. It's our last cut right here. Now the one sleeve actually backs right up to this. When we get done cutting this, we'll pull back away from it, and we'll put that D&M in there, and we'll just kind of kiss a little angle on the outside corner there, just to break the sharp edge. All right, and there we go. Alright, it's nice and clean. I'm going to go ahead and blend that right in the root there. There we go. I just don't want a sharp edge there. Okay, we just took Sharp'em, and we went ahead and 5 5/8 out is the far side of the sleeve. The O-ring groove starts there, and then the other side would be inward. So that's the wall that the O-ring will snap in there. And then the other O-ring, or I say O-ring, the other snap ring will fit in here, and the groove will be on the outside of that. And we verified from this face to that line there, and from that line to there, because the drawing gives us both of those dimensions. All right, and the other sleeve will just go right up next to here. And if you look at the sleeve, is equal with the port there, and the same thing here. Okay, with our tool block loose, we just come in and we put that face up against the part. We know that's nice and true and square with the axis. And pull backwards on it. That also takes all the play and slop out of our carriage. I'm going to come over here, and now we have our average stick out here, but we know how stout this material is. We're gonna suck that in a little bit. Okay, we touched this surface over at the end and came over, which was 5 inches and 5 inches and 5/64, which is 5 inches 78 thousandths. And then this is supposed to be the 5 5/8, and that eyeballs in there pretty close. And we set our 0 on the touch, and we're good to go. We need to get some more oil in the can here. Reconfirming our 0. Okay, and basically all we need to do is come in 90 to 100 thousandths is what it calls out for. Per side. That's 35 right there. I'm just not pushing it. There's 50. $60. $70. $80. There's 90. All right, there's 100 right there. All right, and we're gonna just check the width with our calipers here, and we're right at 125. We're happy with that. All right, we're gonna set our zero here, and then our next measurement is back this way, the width of the bearing plus the width of the tool bit, which is 1/8 of an inch. And the bearing says it's 3, and of course we've got to put the calipers on here, and we got to make sure, and it has like Cosmoline on it, and it keeps us from getting right in there, but that does measure to be 3. So we set that at 0, 0, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to move the 1/8 of an inch here, and then set 0 again, and then we're going to come back here 3 inches, and that's 3 inches, and wipe that 100% clean so we can see. We get our light in here so we can see, and we're scaling 3 inches right to our line. That's cool. All right, here we go. We're going for the second one. Our 0 is at the same mark. There's 80. We're pushing it a little bit more than we did on the other. It seems to be cutting fine. All right, and there's our depth. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pull this apart and vacuum clean up this area here a little bit. We're going to lay down a cover over our ways and stuff, because we want to go ahead and spin it up, and we're going to polish and deburr what we can get to here as far as the bearing diameter and that seal diameter. The seal diameter actually has got some wear there, and we talked to the owner. He's going to see if he can reposition the seal position so that the lip will ride in a new area, and then he can seal. You got a grease seal here, but these two sleeves that we're putting on here are the seals for just the water that travels through the port here and down the rod. Okay, we're just breaking those two edges there, and this is just a port polishing All right, this is just some like 320 emery here. Just gonna lay white rag down on the cover the ways here for more grit and stuff. All right, now we can spin this up a little bit faster than we were cutting. One time or another, you can tell on this sleeve or this bearing here, this bearing is actually fetched up and probably spun on there as well, so it's not ideal. 100% pretty surface here, and you can only polish a turd so much. And we clean out that groove. This is the seal surface. Right there's where it's actually cut into it pretty good. But if you can get a little bit on either side there, it'll hold a little more grease in. If he doesn't, all in all, I'm pretty happy with that job there. I think I'm going to give him a call and tell him it's ready. A little different balance point now. There we go. I think that's balanced. All right. We had a little chuckle because we just took a razor blade here and we scraped out the cosmoline on the inside of this here, and then we took our inside micrometers and we came in here because we wanted to actually see what manufacturers. We machined this to the drawing, and that's what we were asked, but the customer says machine it to that drawing, and then they said we just squirt some Loctite on it and slide them on there. Well, you're gonna be doing a little more than that because I got 5,000 interference fit just at a quick glance. Okay, so, and that's what my thought was, because those are that's 4,700 or so. Some, you know, there's about a thou and a quarter press or interference fit, and that's what I would expect on a piece of equipment like this. So, but and it's gonna be a great repair. And you know, I really say, you know, myself, you got it down here, I would be replacing the seal ring here or something like that, just so that the bearing life might have a little bit longer lasting. There are wafers that go in here to keep the sand and the mud and all of that from shooting both directions there. And hey, it looks like it's going to be good to go. And So it's just a quickie slam jam job that had to be put in here so the guy's livelihood can stay in line and keep on trucking, and that's what this shop's all about. Whether it be for a wall driller or a fisherman, pleasure boater, marina, whatever line of work, enjoyment, and pleasure. That's what it's all about, getting it done so that the season is only so short, and you need to keep that up. And I've been doing a pretty good job at it since 1994. All right, until the next job, get her done.